So I am in the midst of making one of my favorite go-to meals, and that is spaghetti squash. But instead of just making the spaghetti squash, here it is, I'm going to make my own pasta sauce to put on top. Now, I was just at the California Health and Longevity Institute, and I was informed that I'm not eating quite enough vegetables, that I needed to actually revise my plate. So they gave me this little diagram of what a plate should look like. And it is half produce, and then a quarter protein and a quarter carb. And the protein is 8 bites of protein. That's what the protein serving size is. But when it comes to produce, really you can eat as much as you want. So this spaghetti squash is ideal. So what I do is twice a week, I like to eat the same thing all the time. I'm a creature of habit. It's bizarre. But so twice a week I will make this spaghetti squash, and basically I take anything that I bought at the farmer's market to create this sauce to put on top. So this week was broccoli, kale, which is amazing and underused and so unbelievably tasty, and you can make these incredible kale chips that are crispy and fat-free that they also taught me at the Longevity Institute, which I'll make for you, but not right now. And then asparagus, which, as you know, because I always talk about it, is a natural hangover remedy. So you eat asparagus before you go out, and you are less apt to have a hangover in the morning. Then these ribs from Swiss chard, someone at the farmer's market decided they didn't like the ribs, and so they were cut off, and they only took home the leaves, but the ribs are actually filled with fiber, vitamins, and nutrients, and I love them. So they gave them to me for free, so all right. And then mushrooms. Mushrooms, people don't give mushrooms enough credit. They actually release a lot of liquid, so if you're going to put it into a pot for a stir fry, it will create more liquid. So you need less oil. And actually, I didn't use any oil. Then also I used an onion, which I don't have another, so I can't show you, and 3 cloves of garlic. Love garlic. Natural detoxifier. Okay, so it does make you have not the best breath, but it's so, so good for you. And let's see, then I top it with pasta sauce. It's cheating a little, okay? But there are already tons of great spices and, of course, the tomatoes. And then I just let it sit and stew in the pot for about half an hour until it creates this wonderful, rich pasta sauce. I also add some white pepper, which I love because it gives that beautiful peppery flavor without that intense bite of black pepper. So good. And then I did a little bit of crushed red pepper because, you know, a natural fat burner, very important. And then at the end, I'm going to add a little bit of cinnamon, which is interesting. You wouldn't think, but it gives this great depth of flavor and this complexity. But I just add it at the end and just a little bit. And cinnamon is known to help regulate blood sugar levels, so good to incorporate cinnamon also into your day. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like so far. And can you see at all? It's just a mix of all of these great vegetables, and it smells so good. Oh, and salt, a little bit of sea salt. But it's been sitting here stewing for probably the last 20 minutes, and it'll be ready soon. And I don't do it until it turns into mush, but really there is no set recipe because it's whatever you happen to have, whatever flavors you happen to like. You know, I've used, there's also zucchini in there, which I don't have a second one, so I can't show you. But sometimes I'll use eggplant, and what else do I like? And squash, whatever happens to be in season. So then I take once that's ready, I take the spaghetti squash, poke holes in it, put it in the microwave for a total of 12 to 15 minutes, depending on the size of it. This one will probably be 12 minutes because it's a little smaller. So I put it in for 3 minutes, rotate, 3 minutes, rotate, 3 minutes, rotate, until I reach either the 12 or 15 minute mark. Then cut it in half, scrape out the seeds and either throw them away or roast them, which is amazing, with a little bit of salt and white pepper and cayenne. So good. And then you just scrape down the sides and it's like spaghetti. Amazing. Then you can add, these are turkey meatballs that I got from Whole Foods that I love. They're healthy and tasty and have so much wonderful flavor. So there's the protein. And because I do love cheese, okay, and Parm has less fat and gives so much great flavor. So I do sprinkle a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top. And that is my spaghetti squash and my personal recipe for pasta sauce, well, at least this week. That's the recipe. And I will be eating this several times this week. So you should too. And that is your Quickie in the kitchen today.